The drama and build-up of you entering the room is somewhat mitigated by the short shorts. Okay. Well, at least his intro's over. Ugh, that's obnoxious. Cut out the rest of that. Now we can finally get to the video now that his intro is over.
If you want to get yourself some awesome G Fuel and Control Freak products, then
I don't.
Alright guys, now that that intro's over, I am your boy KingManni, and today's video I'm going to be telling you guys why you are the reason Infinite Warfare is how it is.
It's gonna be a tough sell, KingManni.
Now, before you start getting annoyed and getting all kind of like raging in the comments like, it's not my fault, I didn't do that, just listen, alright? I've got some valid points.
If you said that for the first time, there's no again. I don't understand why you would do that.
You guys might not like it.
That is correct.
However, it's the truth. Now, as you guys know, Ghost came out.
Please don't remind me of that happening.
And no one liked, well, I say no one liked it.
Well, almost nobody liked it.
A lot of people did like it, and a lot of people just followed. A lot of people just followed what other people were doing, and it's like, well, I don't like that, because that's just how the internet is. If you don't, you know, if one group of people go with something, others are going to follow. So that's just how it is.
Alright, so we're saying that a lot of people liked it, and a lot of people only liked it because other people liked it. Sort of robs people of their agency, don't you think?
I, however, was one of the people who did like Ghost, and I didn't care what any other people thought about it.
The only way to have liked Call of Duty Ghosts was to not care about what other people said about it.
I liked the game, and, you know, I played it. So I am still, don't worry, I'm still part of the reason that, you know, Infinite Warfare is how it is.
So are we to consider this video your preemptive mea culpa?
And I just want to say, just to clear up anything, because I do want to buy Infinite Warfare, and,
Why? We don't even have multiplayer gameplay out yet, not even scripted footage. In this video, you're going to tell us about how you really don't like this about Call of Duty, and you really don't like that about Call of Duty, and that the things in Infinite Warfare are going to be like the things that you didn't like before, and now you're saying you want to buy this game. Well, what's the point? The way that you phrase it, it sounds like you're going to buy Call of Duty because it's called Call of Duty, and that's just the thing that you do. You buy Call of Duty. And there's a lot of people who just do that. They just buy the game because it's Call of Duty.
A lot of people have been saying, hey Manny, well, you know, you're not really, you're not on the same page as us because we hate it. I don't want the boost jumping in Infinite Warfare and all that stuff.
But you just said you were gonna buy the game.
The same reasons you guys don't like it, I don't like it.
You might have to remind me of the reasons why I don't like it again, because I apparently have forgotten.
Apart from the fact that I'm not a follower. Anyway, so...
Well, you just said that you really, really want to buy Infinite Warfare based on the fact that we have no multiplayer gameplay footage that's released, even scripted gameplay. So, are you sure you're not a follower?
I did like Ghosts. However, part of you guys didn't, so...
Part of you guys might be an understatement.
So if you are one of the people who did not like Ghosts, you are one of the reasons why Infinite Warfare is how it is.
You know, I got to this point in the video when I realized he hasn't actually explained what he means by is what it is. Do you mean the setting? A futuristic, spacey, science fiction setting? Because that seems to be the complaint, primarily, that people have with Infinite Warfare so far. Call of Duty Ghosts was set in the future. So you're saying that if we didn't like the future setting, then it's our fault that they went even more into the future?
2, if you are one of the people who did like Advanced Warfare the whole way through, especially at the beginning...
But if you liked it toward the end, not so much?
Then you are the second part of the reason why Infinite Warfare is the way it is today. Now I'm going to explain this.
That would be much appreciated, an explanation, yes.
I liked Ghosts, so therefore I'm not part of the reason one.
Well, how do we know you're not one of the people who only liked it because other people liked it?
But I did like Advanced Warfare at the start for a couple of months, so I am reason number 2. I am part of that. However, if you are both reasons, you messed up so bad.
Here I am, sitting alone in my apartment. I have no pants, and it is 2 in the morning, and I'm staring at a computer screen, watching a Call of Duty YouTuber tell me that I didn't like the right Call of Duties. A part of me wants to think that he didn't really say what he just said, but a part of me knows he did.
But anyway, let's get into the video. So, basically, The people that are developing, Infinite Warfare are Infinity Ward. They are making Infinite Warfare.
Hard to believe that at one point we used to look forward to the Call of Duty games they made.
And they started making it just after COD Ghost.
Alright, so after Call of Duty Ghosts came out, Infinity Ward started to work on Infinite Warfare.
They started making it mainly developing everything, getting all the ideas together and putting everything together around the time of Advanced Warfare, around the time that it started.
Oh, so no, they did it after Advanced Warfare came out.
I'm guessing.
Yeah, we know.
I'm not 100% sure on that, but it makes a lot of sense seeing as they've been developing it for almost 3 years now. So they started making it around the time of Advanced Warfare.
If only there was a way to find out.
Now, a lot of people hated Ghosts, and a lot of people then went on to love Advanced Warfare because it was new movements. Everyone loved it at the start.
Absolutely not. The new, very dynamic, very different movement system was very polarizing in the Call of Duty community. Personally, I loved it. I played 100 hours of Advanced Warfare because it was new, it was fresh, it didn't feel like a Call of Duty game. For me, it really gave the series a huge breath of fresh air. I loved it immensely. Many people did not, however. For gameplay or design reasons, their reasons are their own.
This is the reason why Infinite Warfare, they decided, hey, well, they didn't like Ghosts, they didn't like, this and that, but they love Advanced Warfare, they love the boost jumping, they love this, they love that, we're gonna stick this in the game.
Here we are, we finally get the explanation on what you mean by is what it is. However, your entire point is rendered moot, because over a month before you made this video, Infinity Ward made it very, very clear that the Infinite Warfare movement system would be similar to Black Ops 3's. If anything, you should say that the reason they're doing it is because people disliked Advanced Warfare's movement, and people liked Black Ops 3's movement style.
So that's why they probably stuck that's why they went into the future. That's the same, the main idea. They went into future, they went into space.
It's always good to see a reminder of why I don't do live recordings on a webcam of my narrations.
Then, after Advanced Warfare came, Black Ops 3, and then the Black Ops 3, everyone loved it at the start, with the beta, and then the game actually came out and everyone loved it.
Even in the sense that you're using it, saying everyone loved it really is sort of hyperbolic.
So then that properly fueled their kind of drive to go into the future and have futuristic movements and stuff like that. So that is why we have futuristic movements.
I think the main problem that you have in this video is that you are confusing ratings and enjoyment with sales and money. What the game is rated as, and the way that people talk about it, and the way that they rate it, and how much they enjoy it, that doesn't matter. The quality of the product doesn't matter. When you look at sales, Modern Warfare 3 was the most successful, and that game was horrible. Black Ops 2, I didn't like that game at all. That's the third selling best game. Ghosts, horrible, awful game. Fourth most selling Call of Duty. They will go wherever the money goes. They will go wherever people will buy the game. Now, of course, there are places where this doesn't apply because you have that gap in development time. After all, Infinite Warfare was in development in 2014, and they had decided it would be in the future. During that time of development, they were riding off the success of Ghosts. And at the time, the complaints weren't, oh, you're going too far into the future. Their complaints were gameplay and design related. Now, when Advanced Warfare came out a year later, well, that's a year of development time, and they have a schedule to keep. So when it sells 6 million less copies, it's too bad. As a development team, you've already begun your journey into making the game. You can't just stop, erase a year's worth of effort, and say, oh, we've got to change everything about the game now. I think it was too late by this point for them to do a 180 in terms of their creative vision of the setting for the game.
Seen in the trailers and stuff like that for Infinite Warfare. It's not confirmed that we're going to have it in multiplayer, 100%. We haven't seen it in multiplayer. We haven't seen any multiplayer gameplay.
While it is technically not proof and everything is subject to change, over a month ago before the video, again, a developer said that the movement system would be like Black Ops 3's.
We've not, played multiplayer gameplay, so we still don't know about multiplayer yet, but I just wanted to clear up the, the reasons why. And that being said, the next COD we get, I don't know, I think it's Sledgehammer making the next COD. I'm not 100% sure. I think it is. However, the next COD we get, we should have boots on the ground, because everybody has been crying and screaming for boots on the ground.
Well, the movement systems in Call of Duty have been tied primarily to the setting in which they occur. You obviously couldn't have an Advanced Warfare style movement if the game was set in World War II. What I hear people clamoring for is World War II. And the publishers of Call of Duty would be absolutely foolish if they did not look at the already massive success of Battlefield 1's popularity and not attempt to emulate it, or at least draw from the conclusions that are obvious.
And picture it this way, if they have been developing it since after Advanced Warfare, so after Advanced Warfare we've had Black Ops 3 and people still been screaming for boots on the ground.
First off, I fucking hate that phrase, boots on the ground. Your boots are on the ground in Advanced Warfare. They just leave the ground and they come back. But again, people don't care about the movement system as much as they care about the general setting and the technology that is present in the game.
And even if they haven't started it yet, you know, they're starting it after this and they've seen the Infinite Warfare trailer and they've seen everybody crying for boots on the ground and they've seen dislikes.
Dislikes on a video will make them aware of possibilities. However, it won't be until the actual sales and pre-orders come in when they actually make their decisions. I mean, if I was with Activision, if I was with Infinity Ward and I saw these pre-order numbers for Infinite Warfare, I'd be pretty wary. I
can guarantee, I can bet you guys that they are not going to go and put us up in space.
That is a pretty bold call considering what we've seen of the single player.
They're not going to go have us jumping, running on walls.
Well, based on the information we have, it would be shocking if you weren't running on walls.
Disappearing, you know, having all these special... They're not... Hopefully they won't have it. Hopefully they're just going to go back to boots on the ground COD. Have something like Modern Warfare, basically.
No, they know exactly what we want. That's why they're making us pay $110 for some stupid bullshit legacy edition of Infinite Warfare, so we can get the best Call of Duty remastered for modern consoles. Activision, that is some bullshit.
As you guys know, like I've just said, a little recap, COD Ghost wasn't liked, so they decided to follow on Advanced Warfare's footsteps and do the boost jumping, and then they followed on Black Ops 3 movements and stuff like that, and that's why they put us up in space.
Chronologically, this doesn't make any sense. They saw that Ghost was not well received, but that doesn't matter, it's about money. With Call of Duty Ghost, that was the second consecutive year for Call of Duty where they had declining sales. But by then, the Titanic had already set its course, and it's not so easy to just turn that thing around. That's why even though the complaints started to surge afterwards that we don't want to go into the future, futuristic games are still being pumped out because they've already charted their course. The games were in development. They're in 3-year cycles. And when you couple this with the amazing reaction that Battlefield 1 got, and it's in World War I think that we're all looking at a Call of Duty game in the future, be it next year or the year after that, where we will be in a much more historical time.
And they gave us the boost jumping. Now, I just wanted to
I think the boost jumping was a design decision to attempt to address one of Call of Duty's longest standing complaints, being that it's too stale and it's too repetitious from year to year. In fact, it was such a big change, it was polarizing in the community. Many loved it, many hated it. You know, que sera, sera.
Everyone was kind of confused. They're like, why are we up in space? Why are we, you know...
Because when the decision for the tone and the setting of these games was made, the market trends were showing that these games still made a lot of money. And so they played it safe. Developers will go where the money is, and they will stay where the money is. These are not little indie titles.
You guys are the reasons. If you guys had just, you know, stopped following people, if you guys had just, you know, made up your own minds and, you know, been, you know, gone off your own, because Ghost was not a bad game. Ghost was not a bad game, and even, you know, without the DLCs, you guys might have thought, okay, well, you know, the colors are dull, it's boring. Okay, well, in the next DLCs, they brought loads of colorful stuff. They brought out so much stuff in all of the DLCs that made Ghost an even better game than it was. And I still think Ghost is one of the best games. Now, you guys might not agree with me. I'm not here to change your mind. Ghost is, you know, been there, done that. Ghost is over. Whatever. But you guys are going to have to face the fact that you are part of the reasons why Infinite Warfare is how it is. Now, I'm not full on blaming you guys. You know, I know they could have made up their whole minds and changed it. You know, I'm not blaming every single person. But if you did hate Ghost and you was... Not if you hated it off your own back, but if you was one of the people who was like, oh, well, he doesn't like it. Nah, I don't like it. You know who you are. You know who you are. So just make up your own mind about the COD. Make up your own mind about this stuff. I just wanted to kind of explain to you guys why Infinite Warfare is going to be in space, and why the next COD after Infinite Warfare is going to be most likely, you know, boots on the ground stuff. So I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Make sure to drop a like on the video, leave a comment down in the comment sections your thoughts on the video. I want to hear your whole thoughts, you know, your opinions on this video. I just want to see if you guys agree with me or not. It makes perfect sense though, right? Just agree with me on that one. It makes perfect sense. If we didn't like COD Ghost and we loved Advanced Warfare and we loved Black Ops 3, we're gonna go for space. You know, they're gonna go for space. They can't just change it, you know, midway through. That's just gonna take a lot of work. All their work